grandfather. Now I'd like to talk to you about something today. It might be a little upsetting, but don't worry about it. And I'll have homework to help you out with it. In the coming years, there will be times, just times, for a week or two, where phone services, especially cell phone services, will be so unreliable that they'll basically not be working. But it will pass. It's not going to be a conspiracy, okay? It's just going to be a problem with the system being overloaded, okay? So, there'll be, as a result, people that you love and care about, or people that you're trying to look out for, and you'll want to know that they're okay. Calling loved ones is a normal thing, isn't it? Of course. So I want you to practice something, okay? This sort of generally follows along the line of long vision. So those of you doing long vision will have a head start. But for those of you whom that hasn't appealed to yet, this is what I recommend. Take an object, any object, something simple, can be a small picture. It would be better though if it's just a shape. Something a square, a rectangle, anything. Could be something you turn around, using the back side of it instead of the front side. Okay? Ideally it'll be sturdy enough so that it can stand up if you lean it against a tree, say, like that. Doesn't have to be big. Could be a bottle cap. That's fine. And examine it well. Alright? This is not going to be an exercise wherein you do magical things. Mostly it's to practice on knowing. This is a knowing exercise. Now, take this object and look at it. Then place it about 10 to 20 feet away from you. Ideally, Ideally I want it placed on a blank wall, or a portion of a wall that is totally blank, nothing else there. If you're outside, it can be just a wall with nothing on it. Okay? I'll tell you why in a moment. Then, this would be best if it's done in the daytime. Okay? But if you have to do it at night, I'd like it to be as brightly lit as possible. Then I want you to stare at the object. Just stare at it. Don't think about it. Stare at it long and hard for maybe 15 seconds. Then close your eyes. You'll notice a latent image. You have that all the time. You'll see something, you'll stare at it, and you'll close your eyes, and for a brief moment, even with your eyes closed, you still have a picture of it. Okay? I want you to practice that. That's why I say the object doesn't have to be anything in particular. It's just a shape, something simple. What you're looking for is that latent image. Alright? After you've practiced that for a day or two, doesn't have to be 2 days in a row, just whenever, then I'd like you to take out a picture. Okay? It can be a big picture or a small picture of a loved one. Could even be a dog or a cat or a horse. That's fine. Okay? And look at it and try to have it in fairly bright light. Then move it away again, that 5 or 10 feet or 20 feet away. Hang it on that blank wall if you can, and stare at it real hard. And of course, close your eyes and see if you can get that latent image. Okay? If you can't get an image of the person or being that you care about, then you'll have to move the picture closer. Okay? Ideally, you want a close-up. Okay? But you're looking for mainly that latent image when you close your eyes. Now, next stage of the homework. Okay, that was the second stage. Again, you do that for a couple days whenever you can. Don't, when you're doing this homework, you don't have to let it interfere with your life. You can do it for just a couple minutes each time. Okay, it doesn't require much time. Then, third stage I'll give you in this homework. That's that I'd like you to, after getting that latent image, I'd like you to focus on the latent image. You can do this either, again, with the first stage of the exercise, meaning the bottle cap or whatever it was, or the second stage, the picture. When you get that latent image and your eyes are closed, it goes away pretty quick, but I'd like you to try and concentrate on it. Now, that's enough homework for now, but I'll tell you how we're going to use it. In time, you'll be able to quickly check on someone or a pet. You'll just be able to see their face. You won't be able to see anything around them. For some of you who are a bit more advanced, you might be able to see more of a panorama, them, say, driving in a car. But most of you will just see their face. And it will be who they are and what they're doing in that moment. Sometimes they'll be asleep. Other times they'll be laughing. They're probably talking to a friend or they're thinking of something funny. The main thing is you can see them and you know they're all right. I like to give you these homeworks that you can do and that have already established themselves to a degree in your life, because you've all had an experience like this with latent images. Okay? So nothing too complicated today, but that's what we'll be striving for. I know we're doing other homework here, working with Mother Earth's weather patterns, but this is something different. Don't be afraid about that loss of phone service. It's not going to happen anytime soon. But you can see also how this could be applied at times of, say, a natural disaster, a hurricane, a typhoon it might be called where you live, an earthquake, something like that, so that you are unable to reach somebody because the phone lines are jammed up and everybody's trying to reach their loved ones. And so you can reassure yourself when you learn how to do this homework, and this homework that I've given you today isn't enough, but I'll give you more in time. You can reassure yourself that your loved one is safe. See, that will be very helpful, and you can use it in other circumstances. And you know, when you learn how to do this, distance doesn't make any difference. They can be on the other side of the planet. Theoretically, they could be on another planet or on the moon. But distance doesn't make a difference. All right? So that's your homework for today. Try to have fun with it. Good life.